We're going to try that again now that I'm not muted. The New York Knicks have been unlocked, and on offense, they look like the best offense in basketball, and their defense looks top 10, and that is the makings of all of the NBA Finals contenders, true NBA Finals winners, and we're going to break all that down on stream and have some fun on here. We got some fun graphics, some fun stuff to go over. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Knicks Digest. We're live because, as you can see in the title, this is a new live stream that's not happy hour. It's just me getting on here, and it is called Chris is Bored, and the title is self-explanatory. I was sitting here about to make a Knicks Digest video, and I decided, you know what, how about I go live and talk to some awesome Knicks fans instead? That'd be way more fun. I have around 30 to 45 minutes to work with before I have to go to dinner, so I figured, hey, why not spend this time talking to some Knicks fans? Guys, it is good to be here. It is good to talk about the Knicks. Let's get into it. Guys, the New York Knicks are an absolutely phenomenal basketball team this season. Everything is clicking for them, and in recent weeks, we're seeing this team hit not only being one of the best defenses in basketball now for the first time, as their defense is getting better and better. It looks more stable. Mikal Bridges' defense has taken a major leap forwards on top of that. We've also rap on the intro for 30 minutes. Oh, yeah, the music. Hope you guys enjoy our intro music. We actually might switch that up a little bit, but that's a conversation for a different day. Look, the New York Knicks have entered an area where Mikal Bridges' defense looks absolutely awesome, and on top of that, the Knicks in general, they just look like a great team right now. The Knicks are clicking so much right now, and frankly, I cannot wait to see how this keeps going because it's only been going up so far. We've seen the Knicks get better and better, and their defense is hitting it, and their offense looks like one of the best offenses in basketball. I mean, back-to-back 140-point games against good teams, too. I mean, they put up, maybe not the Kings as much. Their defense isn't great. But on the Memphis Grizzlies, the third seed in the Western Conference, the Knicks literally made them look like they have no business being in the playoffs whatsoever in either conference. Didn't look like they belonged in the play-in. They looked like a tanking team. They looked like the team that got Ja Morant second overall in 2019. The Knicks have been clicking right now, and it's really, really important to watch this team and see what they're doing. And let's take a look at some stuff. 29 people in here. Usually we got more than that usually, but this is random. It is at 5 p.m. People just got off work. But look, my stuff's not here, but as I thought it would be because I screwed up. But here's the deal, guys. The Knicks, they're in an interesting spot right now. And here we go. There it is. There's my stuff. I hit the wrong button, guys. Look, I'm kind of struggling right now. But look, here we go. The New York Knicks, they have the second best offensive rating in basketball on the season. They're cooking right now. I mean, 100, right below Cleveland, who has been awesome. Obviously, 37-9 for the Cavs. And the Knicks right behind them, really not right behind them, but they're pretty close. There's a world where if the Cavs keep losing games at the rate they're losing games, the Knicks could get up to that first seed. I mean, look at the Boston Celtics. The Knicks are a game behind Boston right now, and on top of that, one of the best offensive ratings in the NBA. These three have been the top three offenses in the NBA all season long, and their defense has not been as good, obviously. They're at 16th right now on the whole season. However, you take a look at things, you look at where the New York Knicks are in a general sense. Yeah, the defense is middle of the road. It's a big gap, and it is a little bit worrisome. It's a little bit problematic, but at the same time, it's not the end of the world because you just need a solid defense. And here's the thing. Most teams that win the NBA Finals over the last 30 or so years have had a top 10 defense, unless they're coming off a back-to-back. But you don't really win the NBA Finals without one of the top defenses in basketball. I believe the Denver Nuggets did it, but the Denver Nuggets had Nikola Jokic, and, well, that man doesn't make any sense. So there is that to think about. But the New York Knicks are in a fun spot right now, and, well, the defense is getting better, guys. Over the last week, the Knicks have had the 5th best defensive rating in basketball. It's getting better. They had a 109 defensive rating against two really good offensive teams in the Grizzlies and the Sacramento Kings. So it's really important to see this. This team is getting a lot better on the defensive end. I mean, you look here where they're at 113, nearly 114 on the season. Now they're getting it down to 108.9, 109 defensive rating pretty much, which is a great sign to see. I mean, this team is figuring out their defense every day. Tom Thibodeau is coaching a lot better than he did in the start of the year. We're seeing the roster expand or the rotation expand, and frankly, I think we're going to continue to see a lot of expanded rotations for the New York Knicks. I am going to do a video kind of talking about that and something else tomorrow on Tibbs, so stay tuned for that. That'll come out sometime in the morning, but I'm waiting to see how this Knicks game goes tonight against the Denver Nuggets. Also, drop your predictions below for that Denver Nuggets game. What is going to happen? Do you guys think the Knicks are going to continue clicking? The Knicks have been good against Denver. Karl-Anthony Towns has been good against Jokic. I think this is a Knicks win. Love the way Tibbs has been using the bench more frequently. Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, obviously an 8-man rotation was never going to be sustainable. It just wasn't. You look at a team, 8-man rotations do not work. However, I understand why he was hesitant. The Knicks traded a lot away for Mikal, OG, Towns. They lost a lot of rotational players doing that. And, yeah, they have 3 great players in Mikal, OG, and Towns, but you have Deuce off the bench, you have Cameron Payne, and they're 2 trustworthy scorers. But outside of them and Precious Achiuwa, there was not a lot to really go off for Tibbs, and he was afraid to use guys like Pacome, who we know is now injured. So I'm actually going to bring up a graphic that I did have. So, look, we'll do that in 1 second. As mentioned by New York Basketball, Pacome has a right big toe sprain and is again listed as out for Wednesday against the Denver Nuggets. Outside of 1 minute of garbage time that he played 11 days ago, Pacome has not played in the NBA nor the G League for 3 weeks. That definitely concerns me on a personal note. I like Pacome a lot as a player, so it does worry me that we have not really seen Pacome get any action. But he's not ready for NBA basketball. He's not. He's a long-term project pick. It's going to take a good amount of time with this guy. And meanwhile, the Knicks' best rookie, Tyler Kolek, is a point guard. The Knicks have a lot of them. So it's put the Knicks in a weird position of not playing rookies. Obviously, they should have played Huckporty more, but they do want to wait so he can get a cheaper contract out of, or so they can get a cheaper contract out of Huckporty. And that does make a lot of sense, honestly. It works out. I don't blame the Knicks for doing that because they want to use Huckporty as their backup center over the next few seasons, just not this one, so he can kind of learn the ropes first. Again, the man was the 58th overall pick, so you have to kind of give him some time to adjust to the NBA level, and he's done that very well. I love that he puts the ball on the floor. I think he embodies Isaiah Hartenstein so well. Hartenstein was a big fan of the Knicks picking him. He contacted Hartenstein, and then obviously now wears his number, wears number 55 on the New York Knicks. So everything kind of works out really well for the Knicks in this situation. And I really like the way that things have been going for the Knicks. I really do. I think things are looking really good for this team right now, and I think that we're going to continue to see that throughout. Now, guys, also something else I do want to mention is that if you guys are, on stream, we got it. We got it, guys, 11K subscribers. Thank you to everyone who subscribed to Knicks Digest over the years, whether you've been subscribed since I first got here in July of 2023, or you were here before me, or you joined recently. I appreciate it so much. 11K, guys. We're on that road to 20. We'll get there. We'll get there. What's up, Caden? Caden, we just made 11K subscribers. We're having a bit of a celebratory iced tea right here. Dude, I'm loving doing Knicks Digest so much. It's like this channel's views have been down over the past couple days and really the last week and a half or so. And like, so I do other YouTube channels. I do Jets Digest. I do Yankees Digest. I'm about to go on Denver Nuggets Digest. I'm about to be on MMA Digest. I'm going to be all over the place, and still, like, when those channels don't do as well, I'm just like, it's whatever. All right, I'll be fine. I'll bounce back, because this is my full-time job. And it's like, then Knicks Digest does poorly, and it's like, it just hurts my heart. Like, this channel is where everything began for me, where my entire life and talk about sports began. So I'm very partial towards Knicks Digest. It's my favorite channel, and it's really the one that I'm not the only creator on. Obviously, we have Dariel, but I'm on this. I'm mainly on this more than anyone else. So it's an important YouTube channel to me. But look, the New York Knicks are in a great spot right now, man. They're doing really well with everything going on with the team, and I really, really like the way that they're playing. I think they're playing excellent basketball. Sweet tea. Dude, tea clears soda. I'm telling you, man. I'm actually a psychopath, though. I don't put sugar in my iced tea. I'm just completely a lunatic, man. I'm very crazy about my health, outside of the fact that I shovel insomnia cookies in my face like there's no tomorrow, but that's a conversation for a different day. When's the trade deadline? Caden, the trade deadline is on February 6th. Thank you for sending some comments, and I need someone to talk to, man. Also, Tendril saying Knicks 122, Denver 107. I actually love that. It's just another testament to the Knicks defense being great. And they've been good against Jokic. Like, Jokic does well against the Knicks, but no one else does. The Knicks are very good at preventing guys like Jamal Murray. I think Jamal Murray's going to be in literal hell tonight with OG Anunoby on him. Josh Hart is smaller than Aaron Gordon, and that's actually been problematic in the past. So we should look for Aaron Gordon to have a bit of a bigger game. I think that Jamal Murray's going to be in jail, though, with these guys. I appreciate it, Iris. But yeah, look, the New York Knicks, they're just getting better and better as time goes on. Like, this is nothing new for the Knicks too. Since Tibbs has gotten here, and since Brunson specifically has been here, the team has improved throughout the season when Brunson improves. I don't want to say Brunson starts the season slow. I think Brunson's very methodical about his approach to the game. And I think what Jalen Brunson does is he's kind of like that LeBron and San Antonio Spurs also kind of coasting. Not coasting exactly, but taking it easy and getting kind of better and better with the situation at hand, which is essentially just understanding when he has to be at his best. Brunson's at his best in the playoffs, and he gets better every single month, it feels like, and it's happening again, and the Knicks are just flourishing with that. On top of that, their defense looks great. I love this matchup with the Nuggets. I think they're going to win. You don't know much about the Knicks, but you're trying to learn the roster league. At least, absolutely, dude. Stay around for Knicks Digest. We're here. We're doing our thing. Caden, where'd you come from, if that makes sense? Like, I'm curious about where you, like, did you watch Jets Digest first? I'm curious. But look, the Knicks are in a great spot right now. They have tradable contracts. There's not many, but if you want to move Precious Achiuwa, you can. And I'm actually going to talk about one trade that you can move Precious for. Even though I don't like the idea of moving Precious that much anymore, there is one trade where the Knicks should consider it because it works out really, really well. Jets Digest, very nice. I thought so, but if you want to watch more of me, I'm also on Yankees Digest, but that's beside the point. If you guys want to trade Precious, I get it. If you don't want to trade Precious, I also get it. It's tough to trade Precious when him and Karl Anthony Towns work so well together. Their net rating is at 9.8 points per game in favor of the Knicks. They're just way, way better than really any, like, big man duo the Knicks have trotted out this season so far. So I don't think they'll trade Precious, but there is one trade that I am going to tease tomorrow that we could talk about for a little bit. But outside of that, I think it's really, they're going to move Jericho Sims. I think the question is if they're going to move Jericho Sims for a draft pick and that $2 million in cap space, or maybe instead they move him for a Javonte Green, which I would love. I think that makes as much sense as moving him for cap space because Javonte Green's such a perfect pickup for the Knicks. Are you going to start going live on Jets Digest soon too? Yes, I am. Matt and I are going to go live. Don't trade Precious. That's the thing. It's tough to trade Precious when he's been so good this year. He's so reliable. He's really clicking with this Knicks team. It feels like trading him could be a massive mistake. Sims is going to get traded. I 100% guarantee Jericho Sims is off the team by February 7th. Trade deadline's February 6th. So at some point on February 6th, he might still be on the Knicks. But by February 7th, Jericho Sims will be off the Knicks. Caden, yes, we are going to go live on Jets Digest. Not a good draft pick by Rose and Jericho Sims. Look, Jericho Sims, in fairness, was the last, or not the last pick in the draft, but he was the 58th pick as well. So it's like you can't really give Leon too much like hate for that one. That's a tough one to hate on because it's like, look, they took a chance. He actually looked good in his first season. When Jericho was a rookie, he looked a lot better than he did now because it was the only time he got consistent minutes. Any trade Precious is involved in is a losing trade. You too, Caden. Have a good night. So it's like Mitchell Robinson, Jericho Sims, first-round pick protected, and second-round pick to the Raptors for Chris Boucher and Agbaji. I feel like I'm going to mispronounce his name, and I looked it up earlier, too, so I could pronounce his name correctly because, well, I'm doing a Knicks trade video tomorrow, and there's a hint for you. I don't love it, if I'm being honest, and the reason I don't love it is because I don't like the idea of trading Mitchell Robinson for a guy who's not a true big man. Because then you're really relying on Ariel Hukporti, and I don't mind relying on Ariel Hukporti, but the Knicks clearly do. And I don't want the Knicks to enter a spot where their only true big man who's actually 7 feet tall, that'll get minutes, considering we know Huckporty just will not this season. He should. I'm not saying I'm anti-Huckporty. I'm pro-Huckporty. What player is half as productive in Precious' position? As a tweener, that's the thing. Like, Just Knicks. Salute Just Knicks. That's the thing. As a tweener, the only guy who's been more productive than Precious is Chris Boucher, who is on the trade market and the Knicks are interested in. But you have to trade Mitch for him, and then you only have one true big man outside of Huckporty, who the Knicks refuse to play because they want to get him on that cheap contract over the summer. So it's becoming that where it's like, I think your best bet is if you truly don't think Mitch is going to come back, then you make a move for... It's tough. Nick Richards was the obvious answer, so... It now puts you in a position where you need to find a big man where things make sense. Why does everyone want to trade Precious? He's so good. No, that's the thing. The one incentive to trading Precious is there's a likelihood that he could leave in free agency this summer. Now, I was very on board with Precious is getting traded, and they should trade him. But the more that time goes on, the more I just move away from it, where it's like the way that Precious and Towns play together is just so fluid that there's no... I mean, Precious's shooting looks good. His confidence is through the roof. His defense is great. He's so good in transition with this team. He's getting one-on-ones at the rim where he's able to muscle people around. It's so hard at this point for me, someone who was adamant that I wanted the Knicks to move Precious for someone. It's so hard to stay behind that now. I'm really not. I love the way Precious has played for the Knicks. He's become an X factor off the bench for them. He's an impact player. He's a winning player. There's no reason to want to really trade Precious anymore unless it's for a specific trade that you truly think you're getting the better player in. And even if you do that, then you lose a tweener. And usually tweeners are not a great thing to have. But the way that Precious plays... Dude, I'm backing off it because I'm wrong. I was wrong about it. That's why I'm not backing off. I'm saying, yeah, I was not right there. Usually tweeners are a bad thing in basketball, but then you have Karl-Anthony Towns who's shooting 43% from three, and it's like, dude, Precious works. As APAP said, shout out to the chat. Hit those thumbs up. I appreciate it. I want to see Precious stay. I feel he's a real New York Knick. He is, dude. He embodies that New York grit and toughness. And trading away Dante DiVincenzo and Julius Randle, it felt like the Knicks had a shortage of those two guys who were about it. They were about that life. They were not afraid of anyone. They were getting up in people's faces. The Knicks lost that a little bit when they traded Towns. And don't get me wrong. He's embodied New York grit in a lot of ways as well. But it does feel like the Knicks took a little bit of a hit on that grit, and I did not mean for that to rhyme, but Precious has that. Precious is about that. And he clearly, I mean, the dunks he throws down, the way that we see this Knicks team love Precious Achiuwa play, the way that he's still so young, as Just Knicks mentioned, it's so hard to now stand by, oh yeah, I want Precious Achiuwa to get traded. And guys, like, I know I was anti him, but now I'm pushing that Precious propaganda, man. I'm pushing the propaganda up and down because this man has been nice this season. Precious is awesome. He's a great fit for the New York Knicks because tweeners, the time they work is when you have a great shooting big man like Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns is the best shooting big man. You have Towns out there. You have Precious as, I want to see who said it. I'm forgetting right now. Where is it? Who's half as productive in Precious? Where is it? Yeah, Irise said Precious makes Cat feel at home in the paint. He absolutely does because Precious's help defense is incredible. He's a great shot blocker. He's getting nearly a block and a steal per game. Oh, wow. Wow, Irise. That was funny. Freestyle coming soon. Thanks, Mizak Boney. He's from the Bronx. Charlie, what's up, man? Yeah, there it is. A little bit of a surprise live stream today. I'm going to do this more often. Once a week, probably. Maybe a little bit more. These don't have a scheduled day. Usually, I have, usually we do the happy hour show where I'm with a crew of people, but, you know, sometimes I just want to talk the whole time, man. It's my channel. No, but in all seriousness, it's just something I wanted to do more live streams. I want to talk to you guys more and more. And also, it's a way to just go live, kind of celebrate the 11K subscribers. Just all good stuff, really. And yes, the Knicks are undefeated when Precious hits a three. Dude, why does Precious not shoot more threes? He's nice. He's shooting 40% from three. Let that man shoot the ball. He's good at it, dude. He's really nice at it. Pat Riley felt he was good enough to be drafted. He was only traded for Kyle Lowry. That's the thing. The fact that both Pat Riley, the Miami Heat, and the Toronto Raptors, two teams that are excellent. Yeah, what's up, Charlie? Definitely let me know. I'm always open to suggestions on Knicks Digest. Take phone call. I am trying to set that up. I am. I'll admit I don't know how to do it. I've wanted to do this for months, but what's happening is the guy who I work for a company, Digest Media, and we have someone who knows how to do it. I need him to show me how, but he's very busy, so it's tough to get a hold of him. But I will try to work on that. We will have we will have the CEO of our company on soon. Thank you, iRise. I appreciate it very much. Let's play Leon wants to bring Precious back. They are going to have the same problem they had with iHeart, being that he was only signed for a year. AP, that's the one argument. Adult Donkeys, A Time for Turtles. That's an interesting name. I like it. But look, yeah, that's the one fear, is that with Precious, he could leave in free agency. And the Knicks only have so much money to work with being near the second apron that they don't want to go in. And they're hard capped at right now because the Mikal Bridges trade means, like, you know how you don't want to go into the second apron? The Knicks legally are not allowed to in the NBA season because of the Mikal Bridges trade and some rules because of that. I agree, Dwayne. The Western Conference is heavily overrated. I think there's two good teams in the Western Conference that actually have a chance at winning the NBA Finals. It's the Thunder and the Nuggets, because the Nuggets have Yoke. I really think that's what it is. But also the nickname "The Big Sneeze" for Precious Achiuwa is the greatest thing of all time. I'm gonna get a Big Sneeze graphic. The problem is we already have the greatest Precious graphic in Precious propaganda. Can't afford to lose Precious. Absolutely not. This has become the Precious propaganda live stream. Pat Riley thing, you can suspend me too. Dude, I'm weird. I'm just weirdly on Jimmy Butler's side for that. I think the Heat culture is overrated. I think the Heat are falling off a cliff. But it is something to be said that the Heat and the Raptors, two organizations that are phenomenal at drafting and developing, both were heavily interested in Precious Achiuwa. And now the Knicks, who have been good at development, also wanted him. That's why we need another wing or bring up Moses Brown, young rim protector that's cheap and controllable. Yeah, that's the thing. If the Knicks keep around Precious Achiuwa and Mitchell Robinson comes back, there's no need for Moses Brown. If Mitchell Robinson stays injured for a while, which I don't think is going to happen, and I will do a video on that tomorrow. I know I do a ton of Mitchell Robinson videos, guys, but it's like, this is the strangest thing ever. Like, it's genuinely so. He was supposed to be back in December. He was initially expected, according to ESPN, on December 15th. Then it got moved to January 1st, then January 15th. Now it's mid-year. The Knicks cannot extend Precious in the season because it is a one-year contract. So you need to have a multi-year deal in order, like 3 years to do that. So no, they cannot. They're going to have to wait till free agency. Precious will be an unrestricted free agent, so any team can sign him. Which was legit the only defending big left at the 5. And that's the thing. He's better at the 4, too. He works so well with Karl-Anthony Towns. I think we're going to see a lot of Precious and Towns over the season, over the second half of the season. And we're going to see so much of it in the playoffs. I'm telling you one thing. If Karl-Anthony Towns is out there, guaranteed one of Josh Hart or Precious Achiuwa will be out there 100% of the time with Towns. And probably Mitchell Robinson as well. But yeah, dude, it's need a sip of my tea. It was really good. Maybe he wants to be here. I think Precious does want to be here, personally. What do we got, Lewis? Precious Achiuwa has to get sacrificed like IQ. Can't afford to re-up him. That's the thing. Again, it's the second apron thing that I was talking about. Then got distracted. Look, Achiuwa's really, really talented. He's a great player. He's truly one of the better players on the Knicks. I scored 128, 105. We got 122, 107, and 128, 105. So we're expecting a great offensive game again, holding the Nuggets defense, which we have, or holding the Nuggets offense down, which we've done in the past. The Nuggets are a tough offense, though. They're 4th in the offensive rating. Unfortunately, the New York Knicks are 2nd, so we got them there. I bet Precious would take a pay cut to stay in New York. I'm interested to see. He's in a good role here. It depends if Precious wants to value being in a bigger role or being on a winning team. Because I think there's a bunch of teams that aren't very good that would be interested in Precious Achiuwa. One that comes to mind is the Charlotte Hornets. Another one potentially could be the Utah Jazz. Both of those teams I could see having interest in Achiuwa. I would say the Trailblazers, but they only have centers on their team as it is. He will take less money to stay or they won't keep him. That's the thing. They're going to have to tell him, if you want to stay on a winning team with a winning culture where you have a good role, you're going to have to take less money. We physically cannot afford you. We are sorry. We wish there was a way around this, but we just don't have one right now. Achiuwa, 2 years, $10 million. I don't think he's going backwards in per year money. He got $6 million this year. I think I think a realistic contract for Precious Achiuwa next year with the New York Knicks, if he stays around, and this, you got to make the money work, is 3 years, $27 million, team option on the third year. So that's basically $9 million per year, 2 years, $18 million. I think it's gonna be more. McBride's dunk was fun. That was awesome when Deuce just flew through the air. Dude, Deuce McBride is such a good player. And I don't want to say he's being put in the wrong system. He's clearly a solid shot creator and good shooter. But this team, like this bench unit, just needs more versatile scoring around him. I want to see a wing come in here and help Deuce out, so there's less pressure on Deuce. I also love seeing Deuce and Mikal Bridges play together. I think they work really well off each other because they're very similar players in a lot of ways. Philly would pay Precious. Yeah, they might, but they have Gershon Yabusele, who's very similar to Achiuwa in a lot of ways. Like, Yabu shoots a lot more threes, but I think as long as they keep Yabusele around, I don't think they'd really go for Precious, and I don't see any reason why they wouldn't keep Yabu around. He's been arguably their best role player all season. I mean, he's better than Paul George, honestly, this year. All right, maybe that's not true, but, you know, Paul George. Remember when Sixers fans were like, haha, you guys traded 5 picks for Mikal Bridges and we signed Paul George, and now Paul George is just objectively worse than both Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. Like, you could take, like, the worst parts of Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby seasons, and they're better than Paul George, which is just absolutely hilarious. Dwayne Lewis. Moses Brown should get serious consideration to the big squad. He can hold it down until Mitch returns. His playing style is like Mitch, so why not? Absolutely, and I just did a video on that. So if you guys do like this live stream, and I'll be honest, this is not going to go on for much longer because I do have to go out to dinner. I don't have to go out to dinner. I want to go out to dinner. But, like, basically, I won't be on for the much longer time, so if you guys do want some Moses Brown content, it is the most recent video posted to Knicks Digest. We'll post a few tomorrow. I'll post a few tomorrow. I don't know what Dariel's plans are. LMAO playoff beat. Philly can't pay Achiuwa. Too many big contracts. That's also the thing. Like, they're in a similar position, and the Knicks have bird rights. Which Nick the best dunk in Monday's game against? I liked the first Precious one where he caught the ball and went the one-handed from the left side, and OG Anunoby falls over, and they're rolling around. That's the thing. Like, you think about so many bad vibe teams out there in the NBA. There's so many teams that are just like... There's just so many teams out there that are having bad vibes this year. Like, this is the thing. I truly think the Knicks went into this season with, all right, we know we can win the NBA Finals this year. We're aware of that. But here's the thing. We also want to evaluate. This is the first season that we have this Karl Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, second and third best player to Jalen Brunson type deal. Or that's how they went into the season. I honestly would say Josh Hart's the third best player on the Knicks this year. Honestly, Josh Hart, OG, and Mikal are all so close. This Knicks team is so good, dude. This is a great team. They're true contenders, but I think Leon Rose sees this as kind of an evaluation year because the Knicks core is under contract. They're all going to be under contract till around 2028 or 2029, so they have a big window. So you look at this window the Knicks have. They have a 4-year shot at this. Leon did this very well. So you deserve to ego treat yourself. We'll be here when you get back. I appreciate it. You guys are killing the comments right now. It's great. I love it. I love getting a lot of comments on these live streams. Dude, I don't do these live streams. I'm like, oh, man. What if it's a lot of work? What if it's difficult? And it's just always the most fun thing in the world. But we'll definitely start doing them more and more often. I like to come on for an hour. So I won't be able to make an hour this time. But I like coming on for an hour usually. I like to do an hour. We'll do 45 minutes. So the Knicks... Look, I really like the way that things are going for the team. I really do. I think things are going well, and I think where their defense is at, it's going to get better and better, especially when Mitchell Robinson finally returns. And here's the thing. Mitch is doing a giveaway on Instagram. If you go to Mitchell Robinson's Instagram right now, you can see that he's doing a giveaway for some company. I forget what. And he said, yeah, my game-worn jersey. Jesus. Jeez, Iraz. Like, what was I saying? Mitchell Robinson? Yeah. When I don't have Matt here, it's tough to stay on topic. Matt's good at keeping me corralled in because I lived with him for 3 years. He's my college roommate. Look, with Sixers are so rough to watch this year. Kelly Oubre's a baller. Yeah, they should move Oubre. Just do it. Like, you're falling apart, Sixers. They should move everyone. But apparently Embiid's getting healthier. Sixers beat the Lakers last night. No, I know. Like, the Sixers are not terrible, but they're just... And also the Lakers don't have anyone to guard the perimeter, like guard a true guard. Like Dorian Finney-Smith is a great defender, but I don't know if he's an elite guard-specific defender. That's why they should try to trade something for Bruce Brown, if we're being honest. But that would hurt their shooting a lot, though, and the Lakers don't have shooting. The Lakers are just terribly giving away Alex Caruso is one of the stupidest things the team has done in a long, long time. But look, where the Knicks are right now, the defense is nice. It's getting better. It will continue to get better. And Mitchell Robinson is apparently coming back. If he's doing a live stream where he's, or not a live stream, I'm doing a live stream. If he's doing a giveaway where he's saying, yeah, in like April or whatever, it's in April, like after this Knicks game, like you get a chance to meet me and we could meet and I'll give you my game-worn autographed jersey from that game. So it's like, all right, you clearly know you're coming back then. You clearly believe you're going to be back. And obviously, April is a while away. I might have said August, low-key. Adding Mitch is like signing a free agent. That's the thing. Every single year, Leon Rose has been the president of the New York Knicks. He's made a trade, and the Knicks have went on a huge winning streak. Whether it's, well, maybe not Cam Reddish, but with Josh Hart, Derrick Rose, and OG Anunoby, the Knicks went on big winning streaks. With the Knicks this year, they don't have to acquire a player. They have to get Mitchell Robinson back. Mitch solves a lot of problems. Can you pay Deuce McBride? Deuce is under contract for 2 more seasons after this, so Deuce is fine. He's locked up on one of the cheapest, best contracts in basketball right now for a role player. He solves a ton of problems for many teams, and he's on the Knicks, which is great. Great role player. Excellent piece for the Knicks. The Knicks have a lot going for them. Honestly, they do. They have a lot going for them. Someone tell Mitch to rub some vitamin E on those ankles and get back on the floor. I think Mitch probably could be doing more on the recovery than he's doing right now. I think the Knicks are being careful because the Knicks don't want to bring him back when he's not 100% healthy like they did last time around. Because when the Knicks did that last time around, things got bad. Like, he gets injured, now he's still out. That's the Knicks' nightmare scenario, that Mitch comes back and he's not fully healthy. Tom Thibodeau says Mitchell Robinson is not doing anything new in his rehab. He's running, jumping, but not taking contact yet. Yeah, that video is coming out tomorrow on Knicks Digest. Damn, I'm late. Actually, that's not the video. I already did a video on that. I have a different video on Tib speaking on Mitchell Robinson's injury. And another Knicks insider speaking on it. So I'll have that one out tomorrow. I'll have a trade one out tomorrow. I got 2. Exactly, all right. They're just protecting their investment because, guys, I love Mitchell Robinson. He's my favorite player in the Knicks. He's been here forever. I really wanted the Knicks to draft him in 2018 when they drafted him. When I heard they picked Mitchell Robinson, my friend's brother, who was a couple years, I was in, what was that, 2018? So that was the summer of 2018. So I was going into 11th grade. I was going into my junior year of high school. And my friend's brother, who was like 3 years, who still is 3 years younger than me, he texted me, he's like, the Knicks need to pick Mitchell Robinson. And I was like, dude, I know, right? He's the, I almost cursed, he's the man. Like, he's the guy who you want to pick. And Mitchell Robinson, when they picked him, I jumped and screamed around. I was so excited. I love Mitchell Robinson. I think he's a perfect big man for rim protection and rebounding. So I love Mitchell Robinson. He's my favorite Knick. He's been my favorite Knick since he got to the team. I'm a huge fan of his game. He's so exciting. I don't care if Mitchell Robinson plays right now. I don't. I really don't care. Like, I don't care. I care about him playing in March so he can get some time back on the court and get back into court shape. Because you can work out all you want. You're never going to be in full NBA shape until you're playing NBA games consistently. April, when the playoffs begin. May, when the playoffs are. And June, in the NBA Finals. That's when I need a healthy Mitchell Robinson. If he doesn't play the rest of the season, I do not care. I care about the end of it. You know who was drafted when I was in the 11th grade? Kevin Garnett. Well, that's how it goes, man. I don't know what to say about that. I'm young, dude. I'm 23 years old. I'm still young, still dumb, still broke. That's why I need Knicks Digest to take off so I can make some money. This is my full-time job. Knicks Digest, Jets Digest, Yankees Digest. You guys like the Yankees and the Jets, make sure to subscribe. If you guys don't and don't want to subscribe, then no problem there at all. Or if you guys just aren't interested in the sport, no problem. Also, if you guys are interested in mixed martial arts, make sure to subscribe to MMA Digest. Exactly. I just want him to be in the playoffs. Like, I don't care if he's anywhere else. I want the playoffs. He'll be a better version of himself, hopefully. Well, he's the lightest he's been in years. He's 264 pounds. He lost 40 pounds over the last month and a half because he's a super athlete. This means he's got less pressure on those joints that are injured. That's a good sign. We don't have a goon, an enforcer. We don't. Precious is the closest. We had Julius, and Precious is the closest thing we have. Mitchell Robinson will run up the chimney for that smoke, though. So Mitchell Robinson will also help that, give that grit. I mean, he got into that fight with like half the Raptors team, and to this day, he still has in his bio, "We the South," just to counter them. They won't rely on Huck. They use Moses Brown. No, we use Moses Brown to bring him up. Look, D. Grant, the reason why they don't play Huck Porty is kind of silly, but it does make some sense in the long haul. The Knicks don't have money available. They're so close to the second apron. Now, if Huck Porty gets consistent minutes and plays well, the contract demand over the offseason when the Knicks decline his team option goes up. The Knicks want to sign Huck Porty to a 4-year deal worth probably somewhere around $9 million so they can get him on a really, really dirt cheap contract, and then over the next couple of years, basically pay him a low-level rookie contract, where on top of that, what happens is he just balls out and plays on a phenomenal contract for the Knicks, making very little money, so the Knicks don't have to worry about having to trade him to free up cap space, because the Knicks do want Huck Porty to be their backup center of the future to Karl Anthony Towns, and they want to play the two together because Huck Porty's ability to put the ball on the floor, protect the rim, and drive the hoop. Huck Porty, the best player comparison for him was 1,000,000% Isaiah Hartenstein. Every sense of the word, he's Isaiah Hartenstein. Remember the time that Huck Porty just yammed on Evan Mobley and just completely postered him? That was awesome. I love that play. I think I still have it somewhere on this, I don't know where, but I do have it somewhere on here. I forget where, but I'll try to find it. That wasn't it. I just wanted to play more Precious Achiuwa. They could want to pay him for later. We don't have a goon. Bring him along slow and he'll be underpaid. Exactly. That's the whole point of it, is you want to be able to underpay Huck Porty. Like, it's like, essentially, it's just, it's weird, but it's not that weird when you think about it. The Knicks always had 2 center forwards too many. Well, you need options, especially with Mitchell Robinson, someone who's so injury prone. Like, you got to run it and be careful. And the Knicks with Mitch will be a version of the Knicks team that we haven't seen this year. Yeah, it completely changes everything for the Knicks. And I do think Mitch is coming back. I actually think he's coming back fairly soon. My expectation is February 10th through the 12th. The Knicks have back-to-back games on the 11th and the 12th. Mitchell Robinson, I fully believe, is going to play one of those games. He's not going to play both. It's going to be a long time before we see Mitchell Robinson play back-to-backs. Not this season, until the playoffs. In the playoffs, they don't do back-to-backs anyway, so I don't think we'll see Mitchell Robinson in a single back-to-back this season. He's going to end up finishing the game with the season with 25 to 30 games played at most, and that's fine because he just needs to be in playoff shape. That's what matters. That's what the Knicks care about. So you look at the Knicks, and you think, okay, Huck is a huge shot block. I love Huck Porty. I do think he's going to be a massive part of this team going forwards. I think right now they're just making sure he doesn't get his value too high so they could pay him low. And because they believe in Mitchell Robinson. Look, if it comes down to it and the Knicks need a big man, let's say, God forbid, Precious goes down with an injury as well after they trade Jericho Sims, and you got to play another big man, yeah, Huck Porty will start playing then because he's next man up. But the Knicks are trying to avoid that under any circumstances so they can get their guy on a cheap deal. So that's exactly what's going on there. The rumor is he'll be back for the Boston game, but I don't know about that. JJ, when's the Boston game? I'll be honest, I don't know. My guess is February 11th or 12th. One of those 2 games he'll play. It's 1 game before the All-Star break, so it gives the Knicks a little bit of some evaluation, some tape to watch on Mitch, just to see how he is over the break, and then get him back into working and grinding. And when I mean he's going to be back, I mean he's going to play 15 minutes. Like, they're going to give him a few minutes. If it's in MSG, he's going to get a standing ovation. It's going to be insane. February 8th. I could also 1,000,000% see it being February. That was my actually initial prediction, and I pushed it back a little bit. February 8th does sound very accurate. Is that in Boston or in New York? Out of curiosity. Because the last time Mitchell Robinson played a game before he went down with the first season-ending injury in 2023 in December was actually in Boston. It was the final game he played till, I want to say, that Spurs game when Wemby had 40 and 20 and JB had 61. He came 1 point away from Melo's record. But yeah, I think where they're at, I think that February 8th is very, very nice. Because then you get 2 games out of Mitch. You get February 8th and you get February 11th. And then he doesn't play against the Hawks on February 12th. Then you take the little All-Star break. You keep working on Mitch. You get him back into shape at MSG. I'm going to that game, dude. I'm wearing my Mitch. I don't know where my Mitchell Robinson jersey is. It's somewhere. I usually don't do live streams with my green screen in the background. I usually just, you guys can just see the entirety. I'll break the 4th wall. My closet is open right now. That closet has a Mitchell Robinson jersey in there. I don't know where it is, but it has a Mitchell Robinson jersey. And I will dig through it and find that game, and I will go to that. Because, oh my God, Mitch and Towns together is going to be unreal, dude. It's going to be so fun to watch. It's going to be incredible. Those two are going to be dominating the glass. Mitch is going to be able to cover for Towns so well. And Towns' defense has been improving. The defense is going to be elite. The spacing is going to work, so Mitch is getting one-on-ones and offensive rebounds, pulling down boards, dunking that stuff back up, or kicking it out for another open 3 attempt. It's going to be insane. It is going to be Mitchell square garden. Beer Digest Garden. Oh, he remembers. Yeah, that was a legendary one. I didn't drink on the last one. This is iced tea. I'm not drinking alcohol in this live stream. I'll get back to that eventually, but not right now. Look, I'm going till how much we have? We're at 45. All right, I'm gonna wrap this thing up at 6:10, just because I do got places to be. I can't wait to see it either. Look, I think the Knicks are in perfect position to succeed really well. Last Knicks back-to-back playoff game I saw was the 96 Knicks Bulls game at game 3 and 4. They wanted to get the Bulls out of New York as fast as possible. Yeah, the way the NBA goes now with all the rest. Also, I have a really fun video coming out on Adam Silver saying he might change the quarters to 10 minutes per game. That is a very fun video. I don't want to start a whole discourse on it right now because there's a lot to talk about on that. I do want that to be its own YouTube video because it's something that deserves its 8 to 12 minutes that I give you guys of action. But, I mean, hey, we're going to go live again in a few days. It'll be with more people. Dario will be there. Matt will be there, I imagine. We might have a guest. I'm not sure. Do you guys like when we have guests on a happy hour, or do you guys like when, like what do you guys like at a happy hour? What do you guys want to see us do? Like, outside of taking calls, which we will do. Once we get that, I'll figure that out. That's something I also might do with lesser people, like with just myself or just myself and Matt or something like that. So we'll figure that one out as well. We're not going to fully ever move happy hour over to Jets Digest, but we are going to start doing it on Jets Digest sometimes. Lakers pregame happy hour, literally, dude. Oh, yeah, we're going to run that. I forgot it's the Laker game on Friday. That Friday? Yeah, it's Friday. Of course, I'm going out that night, so hopefully I'll see like 2 seconds of that game. I wanted to go so bad, but dude, those prices are insane. As long as the show's good, you don't care. Sounds good to me. We can make it good. Maybe I'll throw on several Knicks jerseys again in my hunt to find my Mitchell Robinson jersey. Saturday. Okay, thank goodness. Saturday at MSG, I believe. Nope. Oh. Saturday, 7:40. I could do that. I'm actually going to be at Mustang Harry's on right near MSG. So that I'm going for with one of my friends. One of my best friends. Actually, 2 of my best friends went to Marquette. Where Tyler Kolek went, and I think one of them met Tyler Kolek like twice after Tyler Kolek apparently smelled so much like weed, which is funny. But I'm going with one of my friends to watch the Marquette game at Mustang Harry's. If you guys end up popping out or going there, I might be with my friend and my girlfriend and his girlfriend. So if you guys want to come by and quickly say, hey, what's up, man? Feel free to. But I'll be able to find the Knicks game on there, thank goodness, and figure that out. I'll probably be pretty drunk, if I'm being honest, but I do happy hour. You guys have seen that before. That's so NYC. Oh, yeah, dude. Well, guys, it's been real. It's been fun. I wish this was longer. I wish I could have went a whole hour, but I am going to dinner, so I will catch you guys on the next one. We're going to run these back more. It's gonna be the same live stream as ever, but at the very end where it usually says Knicks happy hour after the line, it's just gonna say Chris is bored because, well, when I get bored, I'm just gonna start going live now so I can talk Knicks with people because talking Knicks is very fun. It's why I have tried to make a career out of it. But guys, leave a comment down below on anything else you want to see me talk about on live streams, on videos, on TikToks. Give me TikTok content, guys. I can't figure out TikTok content for the life of me. Give me some TikTok and YouTube Shorts content. That's what I need. Let me know what you got down below. Give some content ideas. Yabu Saley, don't be surprised if he's in the blue and orange. He's a goon bruiser. We could use it. Watch. I believe he's a free agent. I hope he is. Thank you, AP. I'd love to see Yabu on the Knicks at one point as well. Guys, have a great day. Have a great Wednesday night. Guys, work's over. Well, for you guys. I actually might come back and do some more work after. But work's over for you guys. So, you're over the hump day. You got 2 more days. That's the weekend. And then you can go and have some fun on your weekend. Have a great day.